World language teachers have limited class time to improve student vocabulary acquisition and communication skills, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Learning a second language, specifically vocabulary acquisition, can be very challenging and stressful. So instructors seek ways to increase learner engagement and motivation. Digital games provide authentic contexts that encourage vocabulary acquisition. This research specifically examines the game-based learning method platforms Blooket, Gimkit, Kahoot, Quizlet Live, and Quizzes with reading and vocabulary. I also compared the results with those various platforms to student results when there was no game-based learning method platform. This was a 3-part experiment to assess the efficacy of digital learning applications on student outcomes. First, students took a reading comprehension assessment. The control group did not have a review game. The other groups reviewed with either Kahoot or Gimkit game-based learning platforms prior to the assessment. Second, students took a vocabulary assessment. The control group did not have a review game. The other groups reviewed with either Blooket or Quizlet Live game-based learning platforms prior to the assessment. Third, students took a survey in order to attempt to determine student preferences, motivations, and the effects on anxiety. Although there has been much research in the field of gamification in general, there is very little in second language acquisition. This research seeks to answer questions about the role of digital games in learning vocabulary and language skills. World language is an important field of study since nearly everyone learns to communicate in a second language. I sought to understand how we can do that in a productive and efficient way, particularly while trying to engage and appeal to Gen Z and Gen Alpha students. My research questions sought answers to the impact of gamification on student performance, motivation, and anxiety. The participants are 49 students, mostly high school juniors, who are taking their 3rd year of French in a Texas classroom. The first experiment indicated that gamification had no to little effect on learner performance on reading comprehension. The second experiment, however, indicated that gamification had a significant effect on learner performance on vocabulary. The survey indicated that learners enjoy using gamification. It decreases their anxiety and increases their confidence. They enjoy Blooket the most and think Quizlet Live is the most helpful game-based platform. Learner confidence rose and anxiety decreased when given the opportunity to play digital review games prior to an assessment. Gamification that incorporated time limits is what caused anxiety, if anything, amongst the students surveyed. Research Methods in Education is a fast-paced course on everything needed A to Z research, from selecting a research topic, reviewing the literature, preparing a research plan, collecting data, analyzing data, and reporting research. The writing literature reviews text and the synchronous lectures were super informative and helpful. The educational research text was challenging for me because this information was mostly new and included lots of statistical terms. It was overwhelming at first, but now I'm so proud of what I have learned and accomplished. I was most familiar with the quantitative methods because of my science background, but found aspects of the qualitative research fascinating. I was particularly interested in ethnographic research as it pertains to cultural patterns and perspectives. It is the most closely related to my field of world language. I may pursue an ethnographic research study next. With all of these tools, I was able to create a successful research experiment, survey, and paper. I collected, analyzed, and reported data. I contributed to the research fields of second language acquisition and gamification. I can use game-based learning confidently with my students, knowing that it will lead to effective and engaging learning for them. It will increase their motivation, confidence, and calm. I'm equipped to repeat these research methods with other topics in the future.